What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Goblin, and today I'm coming in with a storytime video for you guys about my best acid trip that I've ever had. And that is not what this video is titled. This video is titled Life-Changing Acid Trip, but it was life-changing. I mean, acid really does change the way you think. Not every trip, but certain trips. It just depends where it goes and how you take it. So I'm going to be talking about my best trip and the one that really changed me as a person. So hope you'll enjoy this video. Drop a like if you do. And if you have any similar experiences with acid, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. I am not encouraging anyone to try the things I do in these drug videos. Don't ingest these drugs. Okay, I am very stupid. Okay, your boy Goblin over here, not the sharpest tool in the shed, not the biggest cock in the bunch, not the biggest cock in the bukkake. I feel like that's a better way to put it. But either way, you catch my drift. So, hope you all enjoy. Drop a like if you do, and let's dive into it. So, there is one term that I want to explain to everybody listening to this video before I get into this story. And that term is called ego death. Now, ego death, for those of you who don't know, maybe you're not familiar with psychedelics or whatever, it's essentially what it sounds like. You fucking lose your ego. You don't really have a self-consciousness, or it's very weird to explain, very hard to explain. It's just like that kind of caring inside you, like caring what others think, and caring about yourself and how much swag you have, or whatever the fuck you're going for, just kind of dies essentially when you do psychedelics. I've heard about ego deaths with shrooms. I've heard about ego deaths with acid. I personally have only done shrooms once. I'm more of an acid guy, so I can't really speak on shrooms, but I have experienced it with acid, and it was a permanent one, which was pretty crazy. So this was, I want to say, let's say it's about the end of July. It's basically August as of today. So, I mean, not literally August as of today, but either way, this was, I want to say, a good 5 months ago then. This was definitely in March or April. Probably March now that I think about it, because April I was starting to tone down my acid consumption a little bit. But back in March, okay, acid was the hoot for me. I was dropping twice a week. I was doing too much fucking acid, more than that. And I was tripping all the time. And on this particular day, my plug had gotten some really awesome double dose tabs. He'd gotten these 160 UG double dose tabs. He was like, oh, these things are crazy. You got to try these. And he'd gotten these before, but he said they were a different kind of crystal or some shit. So I was like, all right, fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's go for it. So I popped 4 of them, okay? But it was not all at once. I popped 2 first, and then I popped 2 later. I popped 2 first, and I waited about an hour and a half for the trip to set in. And this trip in particular wasn't terribly eventful. That's the thing, and I feel like that's what made it such a good trip for me, because I wasn't out, doing things with people. I spent a lot of the trip on myself, and really focusing on myself and shit like that. But anyways, I dropped the 2 tabs, and we were riding around in my buddy's car, and about an hour and a half in, I was tripping balls already. I was looking out the window, I was seeing little patterns, very faint patterns, slight, enhancement of colors. Everything was really nice out and colorful, and although it was kind of a rainy, kind of just dead day, it was still nice, and it was still nice to see everything, and it was around 5 p.m., so, the sun was going down. And, at nighttime, personally, I love nighttime tripping. Everyone says, oh, you got a daytime trip. Oh, you got to be outside and all that shit. No, dude, nighttime tripping is so fucking fun. I love it. So the sun was not going down, but it was already cloudy out, excuse me. So it was just kind of getting darker gradually. And we were just riding out in my friend's car, smoking blunts. We were stopping a couple places. He had to serve some people, and I was just riding with him. So it was a pretty casual thing. And then eventually we went to a friend's house where we could actually stay and smoke and chill out, because we got all our serves done. We got all our business work done for the day. We just wanted to hang out. So we were kicking it at my friend Chris's house. That's what we're going to call him. Chris is a very common character in these videos, and I was tripping balls at this point. I had these other 2 tabs still, and I hadn't experienced the ego death thing that I was talking about earlier that I'm going to get into yet. I experienced that after I dropped the other 2. So at this point, we were maybe 3 hours into my trip. I was feeling great. I was feeling incredible. Tripping balls, smoking blunts, and we were watching, I don't remember what, we were watching some NBA game. I'm pretty sure, was it an NBA game? It might have been March Madness at this time. I remember it was some important basketball game. That's all I remember. And we were all watching it, and I was the only person there tripping. And typically that can be a shitty thing because you might want someone else with you tripping so that, you can relate to them and experience the same things. That's a piece of advice right there. If you've never dropped acid and you're going to do it for the first time, not only should you have a trip sitter, but you should also have someone else there who's tripping so you can have a hoot and a holler and like relate to someone and both experience it together. I don't know. In my opinion, I like acid with other people. But anyways, so we were sitting there just smoking blunts and all kicking back, enjoying our night. A couple of my friends were drinking. I wasn't because I personally don't like drinking off acid. The only things that I like to do off acid, drug-wise or like intoxicant-wise, is either smoke or Molly. That's all. I either like to candy flip or just get really stoned while I'm tripping because weed off acid is a whole different thing. But anyways, so I decided to drop the other 2 tabs because fuck it, we weren't doing anything and I wanted to trip harder. I was originally going to save them, but I was like, you know what? Let's make this night a little more interesting. I don't want to just sit here and have a boring trip. Let's drop 2 more. Now, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure this was the most I had ever taken. I had never taken this much acid at this point in time. Now, after that, I had surpassed that, but that's a fuck ton of acid for those of you who don't know. That's the equivalent of like a tab of acid you can get anywhere from like, they're averaging around 100 UG, dosage wise. If you guys don't know what that is, that's, when you get a tab of acid, you can get anywhere between like 60 to 100 UG. It really depends on who you're buying from. But if it's anywhere below like 90 or 80, I'd smack your plug upside the head. And if he's charging you like a normal price for anything below that, I'd definitely smack him upside the head. But anyway, so I dropped the other 2 tabs, and I was still tripping, and I don't even know how much time went by, because at this point, I wasn't keeping track. I can't tell you guys how much fucking time went by, but it was like maybe 2 hours had gone by. I'd give it a rough estimate, I guess, and I was in a whole nother fucking world, dude. I swear to God, like, not literally, but mentally, I was just gone. Like, people were talking to me and I wasn't responding because I was just lost within my thoughts. Like, I was literally sitting there on this guy's couch in his garage, just completely fucking boinkered. I'm talking like hoot hollered, big honky tonkin', fucking tripping balls. And when you trip, a lot of times you just sit there when you're really lost in your mind, because you will get lost in your mind. It is like a fucking maze, a pitch black maze, I promise you. You think about the most random things. And one of the things that I was thinking about was myself and as a person and the image behind me and what other people see me as. And this is a really common thing for people who trip. A really common thing when you drop acid is you're going to evaluate yourself. You're going to sit there and think about yourself and your mistakes and things you've done. And I was really, really blessed to experience ego death, which is something that a lot of people strive to. It's kind of like viewed as the holy grail of psychedelics. Like when someone says they ingested a lot of a psychedelic, so for example, they dropped 8 fucking tabs, the equivalent of it, like I did, people are going to be like, did you have ego death? Or like, you must have had a crazy ass ego death. And it's a thing. And sometimes those things stick with you. Like personality traits change through psychedelics. Like there's research on this. So I'm sitting here and I'm just reflecting on everything. I'm just like, wow, dude, like what am I trying to do with myself? Why am I like sitting here stroking my cock all day? I should be stroking my balls all day instead. Like, why do I fuck bitches? I should fuck my grandma instead. Like, what am I doing with myself? And, I came to the realization that I don't really give a fuck what anyone cares. I don't really give a fuck about anything, quite honestly. Like, it's just kind of that really not caring about anything or anyone but, like, what is best for myself is what really came to be apparent. And that sounds selfish and douchey, but whatever. You get my point. That whole, like, I don't fucking care. If I like it, then I like it, kind of became apparent, and that stuck with me. Like I used to always make sure that I combed my hair and dressed really nice before I went out with friends. Now I don't fucking care, dude. If my friend hits me up and goes, get over here ASAP, we gotta smoke, I'm not taking all my time to wear the polo and the trews and comb my hair and gel my hair and whatever the fuck and stroke my cock and shave my balls and all that, dude. I'm going over there, fucking Harry Dick Johnson, Daddy Long Legs Dick, excuse me, cock out. I don't give a fuck what I'm wearing. Where's the dope at? I got a hoodie and like I got a hoodie and a Speedo on, nothing else. That's all I'm wearing because I don't care. Where's the dope at? Come suck my hairy cock. Like, that's basically me after this trip. You know, I mean, not literally. I care. Okay, I care and I'm not hairy, but listen, it was just an example. But either way, that was the first time that I experienced full ego death, I guess you could say. And that was like the reason that it was the best trip that I've ever had. It was just fucking insane. And it was something that actually changed me as a person, which is part of what made me really love acid and love psychedelics in general. You know, I'm like, I don't encourage people to do it, but at the same time, I'm an advocate for it. It's like, it's kind of weird. But either way, I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. And let me know if you have any similar ego death experiences off acid in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.